weight on your body, it's the weight on your heart, because those people will drag you down. So I'm just gonna be like weeding out people who ain't acting right, who ain't doing right, who are being passive aggressive. Hello, what's going on, Toddies? How are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving? Today is Saturday. It's the 25th of November, so I hope you are well. Hope you got all the sales you wanted to get yesterday on Black Friday. Prepping for, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, all the things. I hope all the things are there for you. As we round out November, I just wanted to come in and do a little chit chat with you. Hopefully you've had a good Growvember and you've been growing through some things. I definitely have. I feel like I've had a lot of introspection. Sugar Bear and I had a great Thanksgiving, by the way. We just spent the day here home alone, well, with the girls. And so I needed that recharge. I was invited to a friend's giving with some other single moms because I joined 2 single mom by choice groups. But I decided it wasn't for me. Like, I flipped. You guys know how I am. First, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to California. And then I'm like, oh, I'll go to the Friendsgiving. And at the end of the day, I decided the best thing was to stay home and recharge after our 3 days on a new schedule. So, yeah. I really wanted to see my family in California. However, I didn't want to be rushing. Do you know what I mean? Because we had just started school or daycare, whatever you want to call it, daycare / return to work, and that was a lot. I'm missing my 2 p.m. naps, y'all. So, and I look at his little progress report, and Sugar Bear is not taking long naps. He's doing like little cat naps, like 30-45 minutes, and I'm guessing that's like when he can't take it anymore. His little body's like, okay. I just wanted us to like rekindle, if you will. I don't know if that's the right word. I just wanted to regroup, and just have us, and also for the girls, because we've been home for 6 months, and so.
Well, minus the time they were in the kennel when I delivered, but you know what I mean.
And so I'm sure for them too, they're like, where are you guys going all day? So it was like, let's just rekindle, because I would have had to kennel them in order to go to California because I can't fly with them. So it just made sense. And also the Friendsgiving sounded nice, but it's like I'm new to the group. I don't know if it's a new group, but I'm new to the group for sure. I feel like it might be a new group, or it's me and a whole bunch of other people who are also new. And I just, that, it sounds so bad. That energy you have to exert when you meet new people. You just like have to be on, I guess. I don't know. People tend to ask you a lot of questions when they first meet you. Let me say it like that. And I just was not in the mood for answering questions. I know myself. I know my introverted self. And I would have been just really, really exhausted. And I'm already coming off of 3 days of being exhausted, Exhausted in a good way. Going back to work was much better than I imagined. At least like the warm reception I got was so nice. And it also reminded me of like, girl, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you surprised that they're happy to see you? I'm not saying it to myself with judgment, but I'm just like realizing like, you are valuable, you are loved. This should not be surprised. It was nice though. Obviously, I don't want to be entitled and be like, yeah, they should have missed me. That's not what I'm saying. But I was genuinely, sincerely overwhelmed with joy at the reception that I got. It was like, oh my God, some people are like, oh, work is like family. No, don't get me wrong. My work is not like family. Not like my family. But it does become like a part of your life. You know what I mean? Like, I guess work family, is that a word? Is that a thing? We're gonna pretend it is. So it was just nice. That was very nice and overwhelming. And it was good because, like, mind you, I dropped him off, left the daycare, started crying, walked over to my office, and then everybody's like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. And so that was nice. Well, in between, I had to go get a badge because my badge wasn't working. But even that was like, okay, I'm back in the, the swing of like, I don't want to say politics, but I guess, I don't know, procedures, Corporate America has a lot of process and procedure, so I'm like back in the swing of things. But anyway, I digress. So all of that was good. So we just recharged.
And then yesterday we did the same thing, girl.
I did use up some of my gift cards. I think I told you guys I had like points on my debit card. I did tell you guys because I showed you the gift cards, a whole bunch of stuff. So I bought stuff on tjmax.com. Yes, they do deliver stuff from tjmax.com because I was talking to my sister. She was like, yeah, you can buy off the internet on TJ Maxx. I was like, yeah, my local one, like the one on the Upper West Side, will deliver. It's not like, it's just like the Walmart.com delivers, I think from a Walmart in Jersey. You know what I mean? It's not like Amazon where it's delivering from God knows where, all over, everywhere. Marshall's does not. There's no, like, Marshalls.com just tells you to take yourself to the store, sis. Anyway. Apparently I missed talking because I'm super chatty right now. I got a bunch of clothes for Sugar Bear, and then Temu got me, they gave me like 50% off, so I was on there. Then I went on Old Navy and Gap. It's all the same. Like the credit card, the gift cards have them on there. It's like Banana Republic too, but I've outgrown Banana Republic. Like I'm a J. Crew girl. And then it's something else, like Athleta, which I'm assuming is workout clothes. I did not get that. I don't know if I get one more pair of tights, somebody come and save me. Like I'm still unloading tights as part of my decluttering process. Oh, decluttering, how's that going? I shouldn't say it like that. It's coming along, it's just coming along slowly, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to give myself grace. I hope you guys have given yourself grace this holiday season. I hope you continue to give yourself grace throughout the remainder of this year and all of next year of 2024. And if anybody in your life is making it hard to give yourself grace, get rid of them, sis. Like that's the new weight loss. It's not the weight on your body, it's the weight on your heart, because those people will drag you down. Let them go. Let them go. It amazes me that I didn't even know about giving myself grace until probably 2021 when I had the therapist that was across from, well, I'm sure he still is, across from Central Park, I think in the 80s. Anyway, I always heard that from the Bible, like grace and mercy. And a friend of mine, Tiffany Glass, who I knew, she's in Chicago now, but I met her when we were both in Los Angeles. But she would be like, you know, we were doing theater, people would be acting up, and she was like, they better be glad I called on the twins, grace and mercy. And it was a thing, but it didn't really register to me to give other people grace or to give myself grace. And of course, if I'm not giving myself grace, I don't have the ability to give other people grace, right? So I was very hard on myself, and likewise, I was very hard on everybody else. So I'm glad that I've discovered what giving grace is, what it feels like. I'm excited to learn even more about it and delve deeper into it. But it helps me like to be nicer to like customer service, nicer to everyone, but like customer service people, and like they're not running the company. You know what I mean? Like just to give kindness to people, and the way people react to it, like, oh my God, you're so nice, or you're so kind. And it's not like I'm trying to like be sugary sweet. I just am giving them the grace that they deserve. Like if they tell me something is a policy, I know they didn't create the policy. It's no reason for me to go off on them. You know what I mean? It's no reason for me to go off on anybody. So I don't anymore. I'm comparing it to like back in the day when I would be like, oh, I can't believe you guys are, you know, whatever was going on in my head. Yeah. And it just like, it's so freeing. It frees up my heart to give myself grace. It frees up my heart to give other people grace. Cause then it's not rolling around in my head. They're not living rent free in my head of
like, oh, I can't believe they did this. Then you gotta tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. You know, like,
woo, Lord, thank you for unburdening that from me. So yeah, I just encourage you to give yourself grace and, you know, find the space and time to give other people grace. It is extremely freeing. And as far as the weight loss, I'm definitely like the people weight loss girl. If I lose 1 more pound, we gonna have a situation. Right, sugar? Yes. Yes. He's just excited over there with his toys. What you doing? I see you. What you doing? I see you. Hi. There's that smile. Hi. Oh my God, he's the cutest. Yeah, so, and I love that because then I'm able to give him grace. But the weight loss of the people, like there are energies I don't want around him. And so I shouldn't want them around me. So I'm just going to be like weeding out people People who ain't acting right, who ain't doing right, who are being passive aggressive.
Saying things but not saying the things they want to say.
I am not taking that into 2024, right, sugar? We are not. Mama is not taking none of that into 2024. No, she is not. And that thought alone feels very freeing. I'm not going to keep explaining myself to people. People coming at me left side, open wide, however, you know what I'm saying. But like, accusing me of stuff I haven't done, making insinuations about things that they think I have done. I don't have time for that. I don't. I'm not going to dwell on it, but apparently it was something on the internet about something somebody said I did that was totally not true. So I'm like, what was this person's game? Were they trying to get me to react to that? Or trying to get me to pick up a phone and call them? Because either way, that's passive aggressive. If you want to talk to me, you know my number. Or you know how to reach me if you don't know my number. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time. I don't have time. So, yeah, I'm just going to move forward with the positive people. And hopefully I will attract positive people, do you know? Like, because your friendships are a reflection of you, of how you see yourself in the world. So now that I'm seeing myself in a different light, hopefully I will attract different people and just not give the time and energy to the other folks. And also just ignoring like the mom shamers. If one more person tells me what I shoulda, coulda done with my baby, like on the internet, they're getting blocked. In real life, they're getting talked to once. I'm gonna talk to them once because maybe they have some generational trauma that they haven't addressed. But it is not appropriate to tell people what they should be doing with their children. Oh, you should have done this to his food, or you shouldn't be doing this with his food. That is not your place, ma'am. Not you guys, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna harp on it. I'm not gonna feel no type of way about it. Like, just like you feel comfortable telling me what to do, I'm gonna feel real comfortable telling you where you can go with it. Anyway, so yeah, I've just had a lot of introspection and I feel a lot of clarity, and I just feel more secure in who I am and what my value is, and oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna say it, what I bring to the table. I'm not bringing the table, what I'm bringing to the table, because I want to be in a collaborative mindset. And so I have things to offer and I want to attract people who value what I have to offer. And I've noticed, like, I don't know, I watched a video last night. I was telling my sister about, there was a girls trip somebody took to Miami. I'll link it in the description, about entitled friends. I don't know if it's entitlement or I don't know if it's jealousy, but I don't want to be in competition with my friends. The only person I'm competing with is the person that I was yesterday, right? I want to wake up today and be better than I was yesterday. That's the only competition I want to have in my life. I don't want to be like, oh, do you think I'm a 10? Do you think I'm an 8? Like, if that's where you are, we are not on the same plane. If you are comparing yourself to other people and trying to rate yourself, God bless you. We all have to have our journey. That's just not where I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an individual and I just want to be comparing myself to my prior self and nothing else. None of the material things, none of the physical attributes. One of that, because people kept telling me about my baby's skin color, and so that was annoying me, because the only reason you would mention that is to compare him to someone else, right? Because in and of all alone, his skin color is his skin color. So there should not be, that's not a conversation per se. And so it's like you're saying it to compare him to someone else or to put him in this box or this standard. I just don't want a part of that. I don't want him to have that in his head. I want him to be free to be his best self, you know, and love life and love people and, you know, grow up to be the best human being that he can be. So, and skin color don't have nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to come on and catch up because I haven't been on here like one-on-one with you guys. I know I've done a couple of lives, but I don't have time right now to vlog because I'm really, like I said, getting into this new schedule with the baby, and that's where my focus is. And so it's not really the vlogging that takes a long time, it's the editing of the vlogging that takes a long time. And I just want to sleep. I'm missing my 2 o'clock nap every day now that I'm back at work. Look, 3 days, I'm missing it. But you know what I mean? So I don't have the space right now to vlog, but I can sit and chat. Like this is going to be easy to edit because I'll cut out any ums and whatever I don't like, and then we'll be done. I'm not like piecing together days and adding in sound effects and, you know, I mean, that is what the life of a YouTuber is. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying I don't have time right now, but I do want to stay connected. So we'll chop it up like this a couple times a week. Let me know where you are. How was your holiday? How are you prepping mentally for Thanksgiving and being around friends and family that may not be in the best place and you want to go around them? How are you protecting yourself and bringing light and love to them without letting them dim your shine? Okay, the boss is calling. I'm gonna talk to you ladies later. I love you. Bye.